Okay, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. It's been a while since the last episode. Kind of sucks, but college kind of sucks, so yeah. But here we are. We've got a satellite around the moon, which is pretty cool. Did some science and stuff. And now we need to actually land on the moon, hopefully, safely. So obviously first we will need a lander. And we have this handy lander can part now, which is just like a really light, really fragile command pod. But it does good things. So I actually forgot how much delta V you need for a moon landing. So if you give me 1 second, I will check that right now because I have a reference available. So already, I'll be right back. Okay, so it's roughly 580 meters per second delta V needed to go from a low orbit to the surface. So we're going to need at least twice of that because we want to get back up too. And this will just be, I believe, single Kerbal occupancy. But it should be good. So we want to really maximize our ISP here, which is probably going to be, what is the Terrier? Yeah, probably that one. Excuse me. Because from what no, we have a more efficient one, but it's one of the huge ones, which with the weight would not actually be worth it. Okay, so with just that, we get a surprising amount of delta V, but we need more than that. So we will probably, okay, so yeah, I want to, I'm just going to rip off a typical method for this, which is stacking stuff on radially like this. And, except there's no fuel cross flow. Luckily, we recently unlocked fuel transfer pipes, which we can use to fix that. There, so now we have 800 meters per second. I'm really surprised that it's that low. And actually, I'm surprised that we need that much delta V to land. So, solution to that is instead add bigger fuel tanks. Actually, I don't actually have a whole lot of experience doing landers. So this should be interesting. Okay, so we probably want sort of, and I'm trying to think about with the center of mass of this. What do we need to do? Also, okay, no, I don't want this to be overcomplicated. This is just get to the moon. We can do fancy stuff later when we have the better parts. I'm trying to think about like having it return on its own, or should we do Apollo style and have them dock back in orbit, which would probably be better, but not necessarily Like, if we can make a lander that's good enough, then it won't be an issue. Okay, no. Yeah, we want our center of mass low, because we want to keep it down so that we don't tip over, because that is a huge problem with landers. That'll give us 1,000. We can do better. Yeah, what was it? What was that number? Can't believe I forgot already. 540, 480. Whatever. This will be enough. As long as these lower stages are good enough as well. Oh, I had this, for some reason this defaulted to atmospheric flight, and if you look, the Terrier has garbage atmospheric impulse, so we have built an excessively overpowered lander here. So yeah, this, I think could get from low carbon orbit to the moon, land, and come back on its own. I thought things seemed a bit weird here. Okay. So yeah, we can make this much cooler. No, not cooler. We can make it much more compact. Okay. Can we really just... Because I do like having multi-stage stuff, so do this bigger one. Yeah, come on, don't be like this. Okay, so that. Because in this case, I do totally want to use our new docking ports. Like this one, it's a little babby docking port, so you can't transfer people through it, but it's still a docking port. And actually, I will want to, if we can, no, never mind. Yeah, it should be fine. What I'm trying to do is, when you're using, especially small docking ports, their attachment strength isn't actually that good. So what can happen is, like, if you have stuff docked, like with just a port like this, it's gonna wobble around a lot. So what you can do is, if you have like 2 or 3 ports mounted, then you can have them, like, they'll all dock. But the trouble with doing it by hand is that they might be slightly misaligned and then nothing will work, or you'll get like weird pressures that'll tear the ship apart, and that's bad. So we'll just stick with one. Like, I was looking for parts like this, since it's a fixed splitter, you can use that, but I don't have the one that I would want, because this one's too heavy. Oh yeah, and something else I want to check. Like, even though some of these engines are less efficient, if their weight, like if the reduced weight is good enough, then it can make up for it. Because we like on the moon, we need a thrust to weight ratio of greater than 1, which this one, dang, can totally provide. Because like with the Terrier, we're getting 15, so we'd have to use like a bare minimum throttle. And then this one, since it's a lower weight, we end up getting more delta V anyway, which is nifty. And I don't think, oh yeah, I could try the radial ones. Oh, these are huge. Just one of, oh yeah, these are way overpowered. Okay, so the spark it is then. Plus this gives us it'll get us closer to the ground. So we can, like, that'll help out with various things. Okay, I can do something, yeah, okay. Excuse me. Really distracted today. So we need landing legs. Are the little garbagey ones good enough? We do actually have big boys here. No, we should be fine. I'll just okay, yeah. What I'm gonna do is we can stick a. Actually, where's it going? Stick with a small one. We can put a reaction wheel in here. And that will actually, yeah. And that'll help us. No, not down here. That'll help us when we're landing, and if we start to tip, we'll be able to tip back over easier. And let's go with four-way symmetry. Yeah. As much as I like three-way symmetry, especially like 4 can be better, especially if we have these octagonal command capsule thing. Okay, so now I want to get this as high as we can, while still leaving a reasonable amount of clearance on the engine. So I'm gonna go a bit more. Because that'll, again, pull our center of mass lower. And I'm going to lock the suspension, just because, like, I'm not really sure when you would not want it locked. Like, I guess if you're coming in for hard landing, it would help, but if it's unlocked, then it can, like, sag over to the side and weird stuff happens. Okay, so you're going to want a battery bank. I'm gonna stick that. We can stick that in there. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's really weird. Solar panels. Really wish we had bigger solar panels than this, or the extendable ones especially. Those are really good. We'll really load this up with panels, because especially with that boosted reaction wheel on there, we do not want to run out of power, and we'll probably go through a lot of it. Although with the battery, things will be a bit better. Okay, so then if it's exit there, we don't have an extendable ladder yet, but we don't really need to worry about that. What I do want to worry about, though, is lighting. So we can strap some lights on this for illuminating the landing site. Okay. Just move these in to look better. And all this junk sticking out of the sides. Yeah, it gives us better clearance anyway. This is all going to go inside a fairing, so it doesn't need to be aerodynamic. But it can be nice to look elegant, at least. And do we need... No, we don't need radiators. Do we need radiators? Well, actually, wait, yeah, are we... I guess we can't really bring this back to carbon very easily. We've got a lot of fragile stuff on here. So this will probably just be dropped into the atmosphere to be destroyed. I mean, we could stick some parachutes on it just to be safe. But it gives us a big delta V cut. It doesn't matter. What's our cost right now? See, this would be like just 6,000 lost. That's not that much. And we're probably about to run out of time, so just want to stick some science in here, because that is always important to have. Okay, so I want thermometer. Set that there. We want. No, we don't need a barometer because we'll be in a vacuum. Yeah, we should have a Kerbal Engineer flight unit. Stick this in here on the battery, I guess. Sure. Just wanna slide that into the middle. Sure. That'll help us with landing. We want goo, because goo is good. By good, I mean valuable science. 2 of those. Strap a magnetometer on here. Yeah, this is going to be asymmetric, but everything always is. And stuff's going to clip, but that's fine. I don't really care that much. Actually, no, I do care. We can do this better. Stick the goo on the sides, except need the thermometer. Alarm's gonna go off any second now. Okay, thermometer can go on the outside. That's fine. If anything, that would be better because it gives us an external reading rather than internal. It doesn't matter. And actually, I should. Okay. So I want to, mount this to here, not to the battery, for stability reasons. Are we doing this again? Okay, have it your way. Ah, jeez. Perfect. We're just going with it. Yeah, whatever. And we want a, where is it? Surface ablation laser, whatever imager. That's not really gonna fit, is it? Okay, there's the alarm. Okay, could probably put this on the outside, actually. Where will this fit? Could like, okay, so then it's just gonna leave the ship, and that's not what we want. Okay, direction wheel's gonna have to move somewhere. that needs to go there. Magnetometer's just tripping out still. That doesn't matter. Assuming this closes. Oh no, it clips through. That is unacceptable. There's one pixel I need to be on here. The mouse is wigging out. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, that all fits in there. And the reaction wheel, we are going to instead just use the big one. Because it'll fit. No, that's a terrible idea. What we're going to do is put it on top. This is going to extremely cripple the stability of this joint because now I have this other little part that wants to wobble around. But it's just how it is. Oh god, and I just realized we need a materials bay for maximum science. Okay. I'll just go on there. And that'll make us much more unstable. So, this is how a lot of design processes go. It's just like you add more, you remember more things that you need, and then that causes other stuff to no longer be viable. It's just bad. Okay, so since we're using these, I'm going to change to three-way symmetry for weight purposes. Can't remember my controls. Really need to end this episode. Okay, so unlock all these now. This isn't even centered. Jeez, okay. There. Move these here. Oh, I'm an idiot. These local. Finally, we have everything we need, except for one more thing. An antenna. Please. Yeah, we're gonna let this one. This can just go. Beautiful. Okay. And with that, I've wasted a whole episode making one chip. Still enough LCD, still enough thrust. I'm gonna save that, and then in the next episode we'll actually build the rocket to put this into space. And then in the episode after that, we're not even actually gonna use it to go to the moon. We're gonna use it to rescue Chise. If you remember, she's still, she or he, I'm not sure, is still trapped in a funky orbit. And needs to be rescued. Man, it's getting hot in here. So we're gonna use, because this is going to, since we have this pod, and then there'll be the command capsule, we'll be able to rescue her and simultaneously test this stuff out. And I need to put RCS on it, that'll go in the next episode. So yeah, with that, thank you for watching. Hopefully someone is still watching besides the one person that I know is watching. And thank you to them for a lot of stuff. But yeah, this has been Let's Boldly Go, and eventually we will actually boldly go somewhere. Goodbye.